Hey there, and welcome to something very different. This is a completely new series, unlike any of my Monster Train content, and we will be playing a game called Wildermyth. Sick? I don't actually know if that's how you pronounce it. It could be Wildermyth, but I'm going to go with Wildermyth, and we're just going to stick to that. This is a game that I've been watching for a long time now that is of a completely different pace to all the other games I play. It is a progressive choices matter type of story where it's in a way you build your own story. You build your own heroes, there are interactions, there are events that pop up that create dynamic interactions between your champions, your heroes in this case, and everything is interesting. Death matters, choices matter, and we're going to be playing it in a mode that means that anyone who dies is gone, and decisions are final. So I think that creates kind of an interesting dynamic. And yeah, I have played a run of this already in the release just to make sure I understood it well enough to kind of move a bit quicker. But there are some story elements here and there. Of course, there's words that I'm going to read, and we're going to have a fun time of it. And we're going to do a couple runs, and we're just going to see how this goes. I'm really interested in this game. I've been watching it for a long time, and yeah, I don't think this will get any views, but even if it does get a couple, cool, that's fine with me. I'm pretty interested in seeing how it goes and just playing along with y'all. I think it'll be fun. So I have this all configured. Let's just hop into a new story here. I've done the tutorial, at least notionally, so that's cool. And we're going to be playing just a 3-chapter, relatively short campaign. So obviously there's no overarching story here, which is important. The Age of Ulstrix and the Enduring War both have overarching stories. Maybe we'll do them at some point, but for now I'm just going to be playing the game a bit in kind of the repeatable mode. So, alright. The main enemy will be random. There's Deepest, Straven, Gorgons, and Morthagi. Oh, and Thrixl, right. So they're all just various creatures. We'll see what we get. We'll pick a random here. The difficulty I'll be playing on, there's a lot of them. Storyteller is, okay, you basically can't lose. Adventurer is standard. Tragic Hero is stuff's difficult. Walking Lunch is kind of suicide. And you can customize a bit by choosing combat and overland difficulties of various amounts, which is pretty good flexibility. I will be playing on standard for a bit to continue to get my feet wet. I'm not an expert in this game, so we'll be sticking with standard difficulty for now. And I will play Carved in Stone. This is Carved in Stone mode is every decision is permanent. You have one save file for the campaign, and there's no retrying after game over. If you lose someone, you just lose. So yeah, let's go ahead and see how this goes. I'm interested in getting this run moving. These runs take a lot longer. Before I start this, these runs take a lot longer than a Monster Train run. With Monster Train or any other game that I'm playing, it'll be done in like an hour and a half or so. These will be doing a lot longer. If I can get a single chapter in an hour and a half, that would be pretty epic. But I don't think I'll be able to. So I'll probably chop this up into we'll see, 30-minute segments and upload them depending on how many I can record daily or something. We'll see. I'm pretty excited for this game, so I'm going to be playing it a bunch. And yeah, we'll just kind of play it by ear and have fun of it. So let's get this moving. Hope you're all doing well today. Yes, so one of the elements of this game is you need to create your class, your characters, and you can choose from 3 classes. You have a warrior, a hunter, and a mystic. It's usually pretty good to get the diversity in at the beginning of the game, although there's nothing that forces me to do it, right? There is an advanced difficulty setting down here for starting calamities. I'll explain briefly what a calamity is. It's essentially a punishment. It makes the game harder, and they build up over time. The idea here is that you are building up your heroes and building their legacies and getting them stronger, but every action you do costs time, and over the course of many years in game, you may run out of time, and in time, your enemies get stronger too. They also get more organized, so it can be pretty difficult. You can obviously customize this to start with an insane difficulty if you want to. 100 would be just absolute suicide. You would never win. 0 is the enemies start at the base level and ramp up perfectly fine. So yeah. Now I could, of course, customize these units. I'll at least pop open the character select here, just to show you kind of how you can tailor things. You get the ability to change gender. You have a lot of choices for all of these things. I'm probably just going to super randomize things, and we'll see how things go, and then give them all fun names, because that's fun. So, she looks fun. Let's see. I don't really love her name, but that's cool. The idea is she looks neat. She's a warrior. Some other things that matter that you can change here. You can go into stats. You can see their current stats, but you can show and you can choose their personality traits, right? This will decide how they respond to events and how they behave in communication with other characters. And you can tweak these by moving them up, down, whatever, and do whatever you want. So here we have a snarky poet. That sounds fun. The other part you can change is you can change their history, giving them a set of background like hooks where they're going to be interested in various things, right? So like Wanderlust, they really want to explore the world. Darkheart, there's some dark secret there. It's kind of weird how they show this because you can select them here, but if you want to see what they do, you need to go to aspects and hover over it, and it tells you, don't ask me about the path I walk for Darkheart. So like some edgelord, basically. Wanderlust is the wind is blowing, the road is calling, you want to explore. And then the other one here is Mysterious. Another time, under another sky, things were different. And this will be fun. So I like the randomness of all this. It's a lot of good times. So I'm probably just going to leave this alone. And we're just going to randomize this. I am going to rename her, because I don't like her name here. So if I go customize, I can go to name and details. We're going to name her, let's see, it was Ravana. So I don't really have a great idea here. I can just randomize, actually. We'll just do a couple randoms. See what we get. Redissa Skymorn, Baladbeth. Yo, I want that back. Baladbeth. That's perfect for a snarky poet. Sweet. Send it. All right. We have a hunter. Cool. Warrior is, these classes are very straightforward. Warrior is punch things, taunt things, stuff like that. Do big HP. Good stuff. Hunter is snipe things, create overwatch zones where you pin enemies down. Really strong. And then you have the Mystic, which is this game's brand of spellcasting, and I'll explain some of that more once we actually get into a run and some combat, because it's pretty cool how it interacts with the world. Let's look at this goofish hunter here. I mean, this dude's just Shaggy, right? Can I name him that? I don't think so. So we're gonna call him Shuggy. Yeah, this is non-copyright infringement. Yeah, totally. Sweet. We have Shuggy here. Excellent. The goofish loner? Why not? Excellent. Just excellent. I don't have to change anything. Cool. He's lucky, wild heart, and proud. Let's also make him weird. That sounds fun. Cool. Done. We got Shuggy. High meta. You can customize their heads and stuff too, but we're just kind of not going for it here. Alright, whatever. It's all fine. High meta chill song. Let's roll this a couple times. Martla. It's a pretty good one. Sayl. I'll go with Sayl. I'm down with that. That's cool. Let's see. The stats we have. It's all fine. She's the decisive greed wagon. Neat. Darkheart, gritty, loyal. We got a lot of dark hearts. I don't need that. How about... Let's see. You're going to be... Potential? I don't know what that means, so we're going to click it. Potential. Let's see what it says. It's over here on... Maybe today wasn't my day, but there's a coming dawn. So this is optimistic, basically. Alright, cool. Cool, sweet. Looks awesome. What a great start. Perfectly fine. We'll take the one of each so I can show stuff, and we will start this up. Cool. It kind of just randomizes everything. It's procedurally generated, and we can go from here. Alright, so I will probably be reading these in case you're not reading along yourself, and we'll kind of see how that goes. Maybe I'll get into it, who knows. It was a night frothing cups battered tavern tables, and bellowed tunes banged against the last fall sky. Maybe all that joyous noise served to knock loose a star that chewed thin its thread. One of our characters, Baladbeth, speaking now. I do wonder sometimes whether love might be the weapon of a weak and frightened god, whose only wish is to distract us and steal our lives while we dance, kiss, and dream. Meanwhile, Shuggy, a frayed star falling wayward from some other firmament, it swung its many-sharded tail across midnight. He looks into the sky and then falls asleep. Okay. Oh god, we got a demon creature attacking someone. Oh no, bad guys everywhere attacking. What do we do? What is happening here? It's like water is pouring out while a demon attacks a city. Ah, that sucks. What? No. I have no idea who that is. Oh, it's Shuggy. Maybe it means the end of the world. You're awake still. Apparently they're friends. Ah, yes, we can choose. So we get to choose. This is a rivalry, so they don't get along. Or it could be friendship. Or it could be a romance. Do we want Shuggy to have romance? You know what? Sure. Shuggy, where were you? I looked stupid by myself. Shuggy says, wish you'd seen what I just... and then it's going to be kind of tough to relay. There's a narrator voice in here as well. So, I don't know. Maybe I'll give them all voices and we'll just kind of do our best. Yag, is there anyone out there? What's... An edged voice cleaves the pre-dawn quiet. They're both like, what the hell? Where'd it come from? Who was that? The other end of the lane. Oh god, we got demons of some kind. They screamed Thrixl. We ran towards the sound of the trouble, and the trouble meets them halfway. Shuggy bends for whatever's handy. In a moment, it's a fight to survive. But they're fighting like, what is this? This is like a bug demon dragon? Hell yeah. Sweet. Alright, our first combat is a bug demon dragon. Just awesome. They're called Thrixl Thrusks. Wow, that's a horrifying creature, actually. So this is combat, right? It is kind of a storytelling mobile thing where you can rotate around and it's strategy. It's very close to like D&D, actually. You have quick actions, you have full actions, you have move actions, lots of things that you can do. So you basically have 2 actions on a turn. You can see them marked over its unit. You can see that I am able to move within the green for 1 action, or within the yellow if I want to spend both of my actions on movement. But let's see. His weapon is he doesn't have a bow, so he just has to punch things. Cool. Yeah, so we just move him up here. And you can see the options here. It shows the red arrow, which means I can attack. So we'll move up. And then his next attack will be to hit. Big slam. Feels pretty good. He actually just critical hit and killed it, which is awesome news. And yeah, we get the chance to move up our next unit. We can open doors too. So I can go here and open a door if I want to. That one does not open, apparently. You also have some other options to extinguish scenery and things as appropriate. So, neat, important detail. Oh, my other character's over here. Okay. Interesting. When 2 units end a turn next to each other, they get a bonus armor, right? Because they're kind of like comrades in arms, and they defend each other. So, yeah. Interesting. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually retreat here. Yeah, alright. Gotta open the door first. Cool. Open door. I'm going to flee because this character is not good at dealing with the Thrusk on its own. I don't think we want to solo that, so we're going to back up a bit. It's probably going to aggressively find us. Huh. Interesting. Did it leave? I haven't fought these enemies before, so this is new to me. Alright, Shuggy. Let's get going. Open the door. And go block the... Oh, hold up. Oh, no. That sucks. We get hit here. Okay. I wasn't sure what was happening. I thought it teleported or something. Okay. Well, let's get in here. We don't have anything interesting that we can do, so... I'm going to do this. I'm going to move here. And I can attack through Shuggy's space because I have a spear. So I can do a chop. Oh, sick. We killed it. We're doing excellent. Look at us. Oh, bam. Feels good. Cool. We get experience, and now they actually become their classes, right? In this first combat, they're just farmers. The idea is that they suck, and they're just kind of at their town. I can choose an ability for them. So, Backslam, Sentinel, or Thundering Challenge for my warrior. Backslam, let's see, as a swift action every other turn, Baladbeth knocks an enemy up to 3 tiles away, dealing damage. Pretty good. Sentinel replaces Guardian. The warrior leaps up to 2 tiles in order to intercept a foe who passes nearby, performing a reaction strike. That's pretty cool. Guardian is an ability that warrior has. As far as I'm aware, I don't think anyone else does. Basically, if any enemy it's kind of like preparing an action in D&D if you're familiar. Basically, if any enemy walks nearby, they will get intercepted and attacked, essentially. Worth noting, this game does not have attacks of opportunity normally, so... And then the last one is Thundering Challenge. Once per combat, as a swift action, Baladbeth frightens the enemy, forcing them to spend their next turn running away. That's pretty good, actually. But I think it's going to be Sentinel, and we're going to be cool with that. Alright, we have a Greenhorn Hunter. Piercing shots. Shuggy's ranged attacks have 1 pierce. That's good. Enemies do clump up. Jump Jaw, twice per combat. As a swift action, Shuggy throws a Jump Jaw trap that will deal 2 damage and pin the first enemy who walks near. And then Archery. After a ranged attack against him or any adjacent allies, Shuggy counterattacks with a ranged attack of his own. Cool. Archery's really good. It is a great case for just like free hits on the enemies. But I think it's piercing shots here. This is going to be really strong. And then Mystic. I didn't get a chance to show you anything here, but we'll see it on the next combat. Mystic basically interacts with the environment, and it's pretty cool. We have Humanist, which is advanced interfusion. Interfusion is what they call interacting with the environment, basically. So this applies poison to enemies who step next to mechanisms. I could get shackles on metal, tools become stunning barrage, and then shards become shardnado. It's pretty good. I like me a shardnado. Spirit Blade is really good. You infuse a piece of the environment, and any ally standing next to it gains bonus damage. So, and if there's any torches or campfires that people are standing near that you have Spirit Blade on, it gives allies fire attacks. So I think it's got to be Spirit Blade. The Naturalist, I'll at least read it. This is an advanced interfusion that basically makes plants stronger. You can get a Vine Wrench, which I have no idea what that does on plant. And then trees, when you infuse with them, give you what's called you enter the Gray Plane, aka you get stealth, is what it means. So nothing too crazy there. I am going to take Spirit Blade, it's just so good. We get items here, and we can give the items to whomever we want, or we can salvage them if we don't need them. This is just speed, which I think I'm going to put the speed on our warrior so that they can engage better. Yeah, that's good. Cool. Alright, we're back to some story. Alright, did we get lucky? You're Baladbeth? Lucky? We barely survived. Sayl, right? And that guy's Shuggy? It's belly chimes. Oh, it's belly chimes when you prod it. Oh, yo, Shuggy is poking the dead dude. Alright, cool. This is Baladbeth. Started out, I was just dreaming. Woke up with one of those things prowling the lane. Narrator. Cool air hums in the roadways. Voices start to rise behind walls, woken by the noise. Shuggy goes, hate to get stuck explaining. The hilltop, come on, I'll show you what I saw. We're gonna just kind of give them all voices, I think, is what we're doing here. So, as the town lamps kindle beneath them, they gaze out upon the deep blue distance. Baladbeth says, wow, you saw it drop all the way out there? And then Shuggy speaks, I'm going, I think, to see it up close. Not without me, you're not. That's Sayl. We're going to get better at this. I'm not really good at doing the voices, and I wasn't really sure how I wanted to approach this, but I don't want to just say their names every time, so... Alright. They leave town that day, the first of winter. In my dream there was death, but everyone seems all right. Thaldred and Molesho, Sina Domsol and Pemia Villaire. Thrixl they're called, according to that guy, the half-hero. Even half-hero feels generous for old Turber. Yeah, there'll be things out there we can't predict. That's my only real prediction. Alright, this guy's totally Shuggy. I love that dude. Want to know a problem? Try and look for your star now. Can't even tell where it was anymore, or was. That's troubling. Someone's going to take my nice pots. I know who it'll be, too. You don't get it. You don't have nice things. Oh, snap. Sayl, our mystic, getting harsh. Alright, nailed it. Alright, so we have to name our company now. What are we going to call them? They give us suggestions, and then we can choose. We have Devlass's Bats, the Javelin of Peace, Devlass's Veil. What's up with Devlass? Who the hell's that? Or we can name it ourselves. So, we've got Shuggy. So, Shuggy, Sayl, and Baladbeth. So, truly, we have to name it something on our own. We're gonna call it... Oh man, what do we gotta go? Sugarknots, maybe? Nah, that's not a great one. I didn't think about this ahead of time, so just deal with me, come up with his name on the spot. We got... What are we gonna call them? We're gonna name them... Yeah, actually, you know what? Sugarknots is pretty good. Sugarknots. I was thinking something along the lines of... Oh yeah, no, it's gonna be... the Mystery Machina. It's not like they're driving the Mystery Machina or anything. Yeah, alright, we're doing it. Cool. Alright, we named them. And these are the stories of the Mystery Machina. Be remembered. Cool, and now kind of the actual run would begin. So, sweet. This is actually a great stopping point. I've spent a lot of time talking so far about how in the world this initial combat works. I could... What are we at? We're only at like 23 minutes. I'm going to go a little longer. I'll at least explore a little bit. Maybe do another combat and then call it after that. Yeah, that's fine. So let me explain the mechanics here. You basically start here and you chill. And you can like reinforce or recruit allies here. It's usually worth it to recruit. You want to have more turns in combat. So you start with these three folks. You can add someone else by just chilling here. Definitely worth it. We're going to do that next. And then you want to explore these areas and clear out the bad dudes, right? And ultimately we want to head over here to Cur Haven Font and clear out whatever the hell's going on over here. So you can kind of see the generated map here, and yeah, we'll start by going to the recruiting opportunity. It says it costs legacy points. You can see how many legacy points you have up here on the right when you hover over your resources, and we have 5. I have, in all of my attempts so far in this game, I've always picked this recruit because it adds so much to combat. It's like an increase of like 33% power. It's worth it. So we'll see who we get. We get to choose when we go to one of these options who all we bring. Normally I bring everyone. I think in an advanced game or anything like that, I'll probably want to split people up, right? We'll have some people go and explore one way and some people explore another way. Maybe in like a longer campaign with 5 chapters and multiple, like 5 units. I'm assuming 5 is the max party size just based on what we have here. But with 5, you'd maybe send 3 one way and 2 another way to speed things up. Because like I said, time matters. So for now, let's just recruit everyone. Who do we get? Grankus? Who's this chubba nub? I don't want him. His name is Grankus Corn. Grankus Corn. Alright, we're going to re-roll this dude bit. Let's see, who do we get? Pick some random folks. Thaletta Lake. That dude's name was Codfish. I liked Grankus Corn. I guess we're gonna... I don't know, let's pick some random person, I guess. That person looked angry. Alright, we're gonna have this person, the Poetical Snark. Sure, why not? And we'll call this person Godfish. Call them Godfish. Yeah, cool, that seems reasonable. They're Poetical Snark. Cool, I don't know who I picked here, what they even are. Let's just send it. I don't really need to do too much here, I don't think. So let's make it a little more outlandish. Godfish. Sure, why not? Cool. Recruit them. Bring them in. Alright. Are we really looking for fighters, or did you just want an excuse to hit the tavern? Come on, a world-spanning battle song needs as many verses as it can get. Plus, I would like someone else to talk to while you and Shuggy are making flutter eyes at each other. Yo, that's our relationship kind of coming into play. The stars were beginning to come out by the time they got back into Mellowking proper. Good thing we got here when we did. Looks like most people are still out and about. Maybe we can knock this errand out sooner rather than later. Oh, we spotted a person. Wait, I gotta give this person a voice now? I don't know. Wait, you're back already? You wiped them out that quickly, or... You didn't give up, did you? Not yet, anyway. Good. You'd have been the sorriest group of heroes I'd ever seen, if so. I love the sass here. Actually, we're back because we're looking to expand the company. What about you? You look clever. And you could probably fight with that thing in a pinch, right? Probably. I've taken out a pretty big rat or two. How much harder could a Thrixl be? Fair question. A rat or big demon multi-headed beast? Not sure. And there's not a lot else keeping me here right now. It's the season when a young woman has to figure out what to make of her life. And this season has brought a lot of changes. Yeah, like demon dragons, come on. Can't argue with you there. Could be good to have the help. We've learned a bit out in the wild so far. We can have someone like get you up to speed. Alright, could be warrior, mystic, or ranger. Now, I do think that warriors are really strong to have multiples of. Mystics are really tough to have multiples of. And then hunters are fine. I think you could go warrior or hunter here. I usually have done the 2 warrior, 1 of the others strategy for this early game, and it's pretty good. I think I'm just going to take 2 hunters, actually, and give it a try. Gadfish. I named this person Gadfish. Alright, they're out practicing. I now have to spend time training this person, which we'll do. It's worth it. It slows you down because, again, I'm spending time to recruit this person, and you can see the ticker timers up here where there's a number of times. Okay. There's a number of turns before the next calamity occurs, and the number of turns before a big infestation, which I'll explain when we get there. So, alright, we got Gadfish, the Greenhorn Hunter. I want to make them a little bit different than the other dude. So Shuggy has the I don't even remember what I gave him. He has that archery skill, though. Let's see, ambush. Gadfish draws back using a ranged attack on the first enemy who enters the threatened tiles. Oh, this is such a good one. I'm taking ambush. I love this. It's like a suppressive fire. You pick an area, and if an enemy walks into it, you just shoot them. and it can hit multiple enemies. So good. Excellent. What did I give Shuggy again? Piercing shots, that's right. Cool. Alright, so now we have a pretty good setup. I can go and explore something, and we should be able to cruise into the next combat and just kind of check it out. We'll go to the Gian Fields. So we'll take our team, go up here, and we'll scout. We'll send everyone this time. It speeds things up a little bit, right? Yeah, you can see, like, with hunters, we get an additional speed element for this. So that's cool, because they're good at scouting. It makes them take less time, which is awesome. Cool. We go back into character here. The Offering. They're exploring. And then it was simply there, striding beside them. Baladbeth, are you gonna say something to it, or... She looks up. Fellow wanderer, what calls the very stones to cross this valley? It rumbles in response. Oh, someone has visited my shrine. It has been a long time I have slept. I go to it now. They shrug. And this dude's just walking. Alright. He's sick. He's like a big golem, man. It is close. I feel the offering, but something is not right. Oh, we got some glowing powers. Who desecrates my shrine with thievery? Your shrine. Look at this tree-looking dude here. Like a tree-looking turtle. Oh boy, here we go. Thanks, Shuggy. If you asked the Mystery Machina why they seemed to draw the land's troubles to them, they may disagree over the answer, says the narrator. Perhaps there are so many troubles that you can't help but trip over one on a given stroll. Or maybe they just have the kind of dumping ground aura. This shrine was built by the hillfolk in the days of stone, before any of you upstart saplings scattered here. And is that how long it's been since you visited it? Who tended its moss and shielded it from storms in the meantime? Not you, old scuff, that's for sure. Oh, so it's a tree turtle, that's what's happening. Okay. The offering was intended for the hills. You abandoned the shrine for ages. You forfeit any offering. It is rightfully the forest's now. What say the soft ones? Oh, we get to make the decision. Alright, so we could side with the stone dude. We could side with the tree dude. We could not get involved. Or we have an option to try something else. So one of our characters could look at the offering and discern something useful from it. You have a 30% chance of success if I do this, or it fails and does nothing. I'm going to say it belongs to the hills. Things don't change their essence so easily. Even if Shuggy had been raised by badgers, he'd still be a human. Shuggy looks surprised. Ka, no good deed, they say. Shara, I hope the trinket gets wedged in his neck. Alright, so the golem dude's getting it. May the hill's strength settle in you. You're welcome, dog. Yo! We get a cool tattoo. Oh, that's sick. This person becomes like an emissary of the hills? What does it do? Child of the Hills. Hill tattoos. Mystic tattoos. Yo, that's sick. I love that. I don't know what it does, but I have no clue. Yeah, maybe it does something, but we're not sure right now. What does this do? Granted the strength of the hills for services rendered to an ancient spirit. Alright, well, that's cool. So we now have to build a station here. There was no combats, so that's cool. We're just going to do that. There's the dialogue at this part is just basically explaining that it sounds like a smart investment, we should help. You always want to do these, I think. You can choose to have people do specific things, right? So we can have fabric, we can hide and fabric, so a mix, 2 fabrics, or 2 hides. So I don't really know the best mix here, but I do know that fabrics get used for armor, and armor's pretty tough to find. So I think we do want fabric. So I'm going to take 2 fabrics here. This will be a good setup for our armor upgrades, which we'll be able to do at the end of the first chapter. So let's do this. Should go quickly. Cool. Dismiss. So nothing exciting here. I will go up. I'm basically planning on going around the top here and then swinging around and then coming in on the right side. So let's go to the Sinan Woods and check that out. Yep, thanks hunters for speeding us up. We haven't seen a combat yet, which is funny. Probably see one here. Yeah, we do. Alright, Sinan Woods. Alright, so it tells you what we get from here doing this. We'll do this combat and then we'll call the episode here, I think. And pick it up next time. Let's do this. We'll bring everyone. Let's go. Now we could choose to leave people behind, but we want to get experience for folks and we want to make the combat easier, so let's do it. Alright, usually you get the ability to affect the combat somehow by having a pre-event, which is fun. This one's called All the Sweltering Stars. When the moon's gone, all the stars seem happier. Reminds me of a tavern hall before your face darkens the window. Baladbeth, shh, he doesn't know. Anyway, it's a good omen, the brightening stars. Yeah? What is it an omen of? I can't really tell you what they mean specifically. I also think maybe I mean just listening is the point. Quieten yourself enough to hear the voice of existence. Look at him getting all deep into this. Thanks, Shuggy. I appreciate your opinion. That's good. If it gives you confidence, I'd just say, don't trust omens overmuch. Thanks, mystic person. Very cool. Oh, dang, we got a shooting star. Whoa. Let's see. Oh, we have a 20% chance on all of these. So basically I can choose which character I want to... What character do I want to experience this with? I just did a Baladbeth one, so my warrior got the sweet hills emblem. Yo, Shuggy, I'm a believer. He thinks it's the sign of his guardians, his guides. This poor dead dumb guy. I'm not into Sayl right now. She's just kind of looking at him like he maybe understands something about the stars. Let's see it, Shuggy. Win for me, please. There's a thing Shuggy sometimes believes, that the dead turn to the stars, and that their wishes become light. In this moment, he feels a well-meaning eye turned on him. I don't think I even know all your faces. I'm sorry, but thanks. Whatever else the night may say, a new ward is wound round the life of Shuggy. Oh, he got an upgrade. 0.3 warding. Nice. And then they build us the combat. Ah, yes. We are now in a stoic combat modifier, so all heroes gain +1 armor and warding. Alright, we get some Thrixl Dweavers. I don't know what it does, but it's probably not good. And then one of those two-headed critters. Okay. Alright, so you can kind of see this combat setting. We're going to advance forward. Yeah, okay. So we'll take our warrior forward first. Yep. Warrior front. Alright, we will want to line up our... It's tough. We're going to want to line up our archers so that they can do something productive here. So you can actually see, you see all the blue when I select the mystic? Those are things I can interfuse with. So I can interfuse with one of these and you hover over it and you can see what it does. So like discus is an attack that can bounce. You know, we can do the stone, which is a discus. I can do the campfire and steal it. There's a lot of cool interactions here. And all those upgrades that I was seeing, those are the ones that we could have done otherwise. So I think we just kind of move up at this point. Yeah, we're just going to move up. It's interesting because there's not a lot of interactable objects ahead of us, so the fight is better in this area. Yeah, there's a little bit of tactics to it. The nice thing about this game is that there's tactics, but it's not too complicated. Like, there's tactics, but it's not crazy. Alright, let's just bring everyone up, I guess. See what happens. Alright, nothing happens. We're going to crack open this door. I'm actually going to have Shuggy open the door. Yeah, okay. Enemies abound. There's a web ahead of us? Interesting. Okay, this is actually a really tough one because they're all right here. Let's look at this. Look at this dude. What does he do? Alright, if a Dweaver has 8 HP, it has a melee attack, it can guard, and it can teleport to an interfused object. Okay, that's good to know. So my Mystic is going to be a little worse. A little. So I can't interfuse anything nearby, or it can jump to melee with me. Okay, so we're going to interfuse. I need to move her up, actually. And I need to, so I'm going to move her up. I'm going to interfuse the mossy rocks for the discus. Right? And then I can have discus hit this dude. You can see it kind of bounces and it, yeah, perfect. It hits and does some fun stuff. The other fun thing is that because the attack came from this side, now I have a 100% chance to hit with my archers because of flanking, because they got hit from behind. This makes this very, very powerful. You can just slam this dude out. Yeah, awesome. Excellent. I'm going to have Shuggy do the same thing. Yeah, just take the hit when we can get it. Ah, nice crit. The stunt is a crit, so that means he's dead. Excellent. And now we want our tank to get in. And we just kind of chill. These enemies have no range attack, so we're okay. Oh, the Rusk here can interfuse an object, so it could interfuse for the Dweaver to jump to it. Yo, that's kind of spooky, isn't it? We'll go here, and I'm going to use Sentinel on this, which covers this whole area. Yeah, look at that. It interfuses some stuff. So now this Dweaver can teleport, which is really problematic. Huh. Right, it's interfused with this, so I need to move my dudes away from it. Yeah, so I think the strategy here is he's going to teleport to this object, but I could kill the source of it first. So let's try that. I'm going to move her up. She has the ambush, so let's have Shuggy do this, actually, because he can pierce. Yeah. Shame. Alright, we're still going to move him up. You can move through adjacent friend spaces, it's fine. Dang. Now, I think the obvious choice is I need to move Baladbeth up here to stand next to the mossy rocks and get the Spirit Blade. And we're just going to slam this dude out. Good. That should end the infusion. It does, I believe. It does, yeah. So I need to be careful because the Dweaver is now going to... I can't steal the infusion. What does this do? Flare. Amplify the radiance of the light source to excruciating levels, blinding nearby foes. Alright, so yeah. I can interfuse with multiple objects, so I'm going to interfuse with... Not close enough. We're going to move up. And now I interfuse with this thing. Right? And now I want to do Flare. the blind is going to be helpful. All right, he takes his turn. He's going to teleport, but he's blinded. Sweet. Excellent. I now advance backwards, take my Guardian, and give this thing a punch. Knock him back a bit. The excellent thing about her knockback with the frying pan is that means I can now shoot it. Yeah, I can just shoot this dude into oblivion. Excellent. Perfect. No damage. Awesome. And that's a victory. We all get experience based on how many things we killed. Pretty good share here. Let's see. I see a Wolf Heart Sash, which is HP. I'm going to put that on our tank. Yeah, sounds good. Sweet. Claim it. Alright, so after a combat like that, you get a Calamity. Enemy gets more life. Basically, as you get stronger, enemies get stronger. And I can hit finish here, and it'll show me the cards of things. So there are 5 enemy types. It'll tell you which ones are present in the game and not. So these are all present. The one here is not, the Draven. So they're X'd out with the gray. You can also see this in terms of monster view. You can see kind of like what bonuses they have per monster. The card view just shows you which calamities you have. So, cool. All right, let's do this secure thing, and then we will call it here. Right. Again, we find stuff. Neat. You have the choice when setting up a base like this to either find an item or to move faster. The nice thing about moving faster is you have fewer kind of calamities to deal with, but items are really strong. So I usually take items early or before I have full equipment for my dudes, and then later on, once I have gear, I'll just work faster. But for now, find me an item, please. Mystics help out with this a lot, so we want to have Mystics working on the research stuff here. Yep, we'll have everyone do it because I don't want to split up the party at this point. And it speeds it up, so. Cool. What do we get? Great, we succeeded. Cool, nothing crazy. We get some hides and some spell threads, nice. And we see the Crow Feather Knee Pad, which is warding. So warding reduces magical damage. I guess I'll just put it onto my tank. I don't know, it doesn't really matter. Once you claim it, it becomes theirs permanently. I'm going to put it on Baladbeth, the tank. Yeah, sure, why not? She's going to be in face of enemies, so I want her to slam enemies. And yeah, that's where we're at right now. So, cool. Alright, thanks a lot for sticking it out for this introduction video. I probably talked more about the mechanics than needed, but yeah, we'll pick it up where we left off with an upcoming episode and try to finish out this session. It's pretty clear we only made a little bit of progress here prior to being able to actually get a couple combats in. Hopefully it'll go faster once I'm explaining less. I'll still probably do the voices and stuff because it's fun, but as always, I really appreciate your time. If you enjoyed what you saw, feel free to subscribe. Alternatively, leave a like on the video or a dislike if you hated it. And yeah, stay tuned for the next one, folks. Take care.